very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in the world we must defend. We touch so through, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch them all. Every challenge along the way, with courage I will face. I will battle every day to claim my rightful place. Come with me, the time is right. There's no better team. Arm in arm, we'll win the fight. It's always been my dream. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. 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 Bring it back. I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Pokemon, it's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Oh, you're my best friend in a world we must defend. Pokemon, our hearts so true, our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all.
And that was the Pokemon theme by Jonathan Young and Jason Paige. Apparently, Jason Paige is the original singer of the Pokemon theme. Welcome to 60 Minutes of Pop Fiction here in Jam 8.3. Marty here, and I asked someone to help me. Apparently, he's a Pokemon fan. I didn't know. I see him all the time, and apparently, he's into Pokemon, Pokemon Go, and everything else, but he has a butt. We'll ask him what that butt is. Hello, Leandro.
Yes. What are you talking about, my butt?
No, what I'm saying is that you're not. When I remember when I was asking Kooky, okay, let's do Pokemon Go, and he says, okay, but just first generation. So we will ask you later on, or rather, double personality. No, I'll be asking you why first generation, or what is generation anyway. So anyway,
Sure.
guys, we're on Facebook Live. Just tune in to Jam 8.3. What? That was Kooky Show! Because Filipinas, erase. Repeat, okay. Let me do that one more time. We're on Facebook Live. Just look for Jam 8.3. You could follow me, Marty, Tengco, TNGCO, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Leandro, do you have any public page?
Yeah, that's LR Bashang for my personal page and collaboratory for our group's page.
Yep. So you could message him if you want to pester him about Pokemon.
Yes.
So, yep. And so we do have a text line, 0915-349-0883. Message us and tell us, were you a fan of Pokemon? And so what is your favorite character or your Pokemon or your whatever?
Pokemon.
What?
Marty.
Yes, I know. I can do this. I feel so young again. Tell us why did you like Pokemon, or maybe what episode did you like, or so on and so forth. Let us know. Okay, so
Yeah.
Leandro, why? Okay, what was the first episode that you watched or what was the first realization? Oh, that's Pokemon. I like that. What made you suddenly like Pokemon?
Oh my God, Marty. So many answers to one question.
That's go ahead. Let me hear it.
One of the reasons why I love Pokemon is because of Charmander.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's fire type Pokemon, and merong scene done before where Charmander was drenched in the rain,
Okay.
and Charmander would die if the fire on his tail dies.
Right.
So it's raining, and his trainer left him
No.
to die, left for dead.
No kidding.
I know,
Okay.
yeah. So Ash saw Charmander, and a rescue was made, and then after Charmander was healed and
Yeah.
parang okay na siya, he went back to the spot where his trainer left him.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And then
I felt like
emotional.
I want a Charmander.
You want him to exist? Like,
Yeah.
yes.
I don't want dogs anymore.
All right. That's weird. But yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it's that emotional impact that.
Yeah.
All right. What episode is that? Do you know it on the top of your head? Episode what?
Not really. Not
But is it
really.
in season 1? Is it in season
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right.
That's my butt, right? First gen.
Yeah, first gen. Okay, so since you mentioned first gen, why is there term generation in Pokemon? What does that mean?
It means when Pokemon first released, it had 151 Pokemon.
Imagine that, guys. Don't expect me to memorize it, but I do have a list. Yeah, but yeah.
I
Go.
do. I know the 151 Pokemon by heart.
Wild.
Yes, I know them. So show me their shadows and I'll name them.
That's scary. All right.
I drew them as a kid, and I know.
No
now-
wonder.
Yeah, yeah. That's generation 1,
Right.
and the next batch is generation 2.
Okay, which
and
is
and so goes and in every generation there are 3 starter Pokemon. So in
Okay.
generation 1, that's Squirtle, Charmander,
Yes.
and Bulbasaur.
yeah, that I remember very
Oh
well.
my
yes.
God! Okay.
Suddenly, people are saying, "Are you sure you don't like Pokemon? Because you sort of know some things." Yeah. Yeah, I do know some things.
Yeah,
Okay.
and in Gen 2, I sort of spilled over in Gen 2, but not really that much because when Pokemon aired in Cartoon Network.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the official back then.
Yeah, iba pa yung logo ng Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Don't go there. All right.
Yeah, it was what I was catching as a kid. And
Right.
then schooling got in the way of Pokemon.
Wow. You suddenly blamed schooling for that, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
If it wasn't for school, I'd still be watching all the Pokemon.
Okay, going back, don't do
Right,
guys.
I'm
Again,
sorry,
education
I'm
is
sorry.
important. You still need to study. This is
Right,
Leandro just
right.
pining, but he
I'm
still went to
sorry, yeah.
school.
Stay in school.
Yeah, he still went to school. He just had to appropriate his schedule.
Yeah, yeah. So that was okay, 150 Pokemon. I know them by heart. And the second generation Pokemon, kasi they're I think if I'm not mistaken, that's Totodile,
Okay.
Chikorita. Yeah, it's a different starter Pokemon na eh.
Oh, so per generation, it's a different 3.
Yeah.
Different for all of that generation 2, 3, 4, 5. Different 3 starters. You don't repeat the first with generation 1, which I know is Bulbasaur, Charmander, and no, Bulbasaur. No, I said Charmander.
and
What? Charizard.
no,
No.
Marty.
Sorry. This is unfair.
Bulbasaur,
Bulbasaur,
Charmander,
Charmander.
and Squirtle.
Yeah, I don't like Squirtle, that's why.
You don't invite me to your show and say you
just
don't
kidding.
like Squirtle.
Just kidding.
I'm just kidding.
So you can't repeat those 3 characters in other generations.
No. But what repeats is their cycle of the element they're in. So
Oh.
it's always fire, water, and
and-
leaf.
leaf, right?
Or grass. Leaf or grass.
Right. So this does not include, let's say, they evolve, right?
Not all of them.
Yeah, I know.
But the first three do.
Yeah, the first three do. So they're still included in the in first generation.
Yes.
All right. So that's good. All right. I know that because if you guys played Pokemon Go, let's say you don't know anything about Pokemon, but you like playing Pokemon Go, you should know this.
Yeah.
At least because a lot of the Pokemons that you're going to catch in Pokemon Go is from first generation. At least when Pokemon Go released, first release rather, it was mostly first gen Pokemons. There were
It was just Gen 1, yeah.
Yeah, until like of course as it
developed.
developed and the fandom increased, therefore the other generation it got confusing already, at least for people like me who's like, who's this? But you have to catch them because it's either zero or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the game. When it got released, you could do nothing but catch them.
Yeah, exactly. You just catch even if you kept getting Ratata all the time.
Yeah, right.
Or Pidgeotto?
Pidgey.
No,
Yeah.
I got not just Pidgey.
Yeah, Pidgeotto is the second evolution of Pidgey.
And I kept getting that. But yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, okay.
You get them still.
Yeah, you get them
Don't
still.
discriminate Pokemon.
Okay. So when during the time that Pokemon was aired, there were other TV shows that were aired.
Yeah.
Other TV series. But why Pokemon? I'm sure there are others you've watched in that time slot, in that channel, or maybe you've tried other channels.
Yeah.
But why Pokemon?
The one most comparable to Pokemon is Digimon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You know that too?
A bit, yeah.
Yeah. But the emotional attachment to Pokemon is far wider for me. Because I think it's all about how the character of Ash was portrayed.
Right.
And how he cares a lot about Pokemon. And how slowly by slowly I become like attuned to how Ash feels about Pokemon.
Okay. Kooky saying we need to read greetings, so you...
Oh, yeah.
All right. All right, so hit it.
Yeah, hi to
The first. All right.
Nico Santiago.
Yeah,
I
Nico.
know you.
Yeah, we
Hello,
know you.
friend.
Cecil Artates, hello. Raj Eldrin de Cabral, hello. There, go ahead.
Nina Soge. Hello, that's my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Kooky Tuason is here.
Nico Santiago,
Thanks
hi
for
Miss
listening,
Marty,
Kooky.
Leandro, and Miss Cookie. Billy, my co-host for Stephen King. He's the one who's one of the founders of Stephen King Philippines Book Club. Hello, Billy.
Yeah, Carlo Angelo Gonzalez, like no
Hello,
one ever
Carlo,
was.
my co-host for... Oh no, Skyrim.
That was just
Elder
last
Scrolls,
week.
I know. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, and Doom. Hi, Carlo.
Hi, dude.
Violeta Reponte. Hello to you too. Who else?
Deng Verener. That's my job.
Hello. Berlin J Serrano. Hi guys. Carmine Carluen tuned in from the office. Hello, and you're still there. You should go home. But thank you so much for tuning in. Who else?
Mary Ann Lolo. I love a Pikachu. I see what you did there.
I know. I see what you did there.
I know.
Oh no.
Bulbasaur, favorite Pokemon, Carlo. You share Bulbasaur with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, look at that. Pokemon. What's
yeah.
it?
Shout out to simpler time when there were only 100. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Now there's a lot of Pokemon. There's a Pokemon that looks like ice cream now.
Yeah, I know.
Have you seen that?
Yeah,
Now-
I did see that.
Yeah. The basic 150 Pokemon.
Or okay, I
Yeah.
think I love the first. They had their own respective characters, and they should be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. But
See,
I respect the people who love
because
the
you
further
need,
generations.
you need to retain.
That's true. And it's still Ash. And it's
Yeah.
still Pokemon.
But
The concept's
he's not
still
anymore a
there.
trainee anymore. He's a trainer.
Yeah.
Okay, Carla said Pokemon helped me get over the anxiety of school.
Same, man. It's true. I cling to Pikachu on most nights.
What? That's scared you. That's wrong. It's like saying
wrong.
I can't move on. All right.
Pikachu never left.
Armando de Guzman. Hello. What's this? All right. Who else? Come on.
Nina Bunsoy says 151 baby here. Sauter stopped watching after. See, I'm not alone in this.
I know. Raj, did you read this term? Yeah. Oh.
Raj Cabral, Charmander the stray Pokemon yung episode.
Charmander the Stray.
Yeah, you were asking about what episode it was.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, I'm
Thanks,
sorry.
man.
Thank you very much. And it says, Dang Veterinary. Fave episode is the Gang of Squirtle.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh, I don't know. I know. It's
You know that too?
I don't.
Squirrel Gang.
Pat Austria Gisadio?
Yeah.
Before Pokemon was that? What did she say?
Before Pokemon Go was released, did you play Pokemon on Game Boy?
Did you play Pokemon on Game Boy?
Yeah, a lot of it.
How many hours? Tell me.
I could an unhealthy amount of hours.
That's the thing I speak to every co-host of mine. They always say, like 1,000 plus hours plus.
Yeah. That's not a very practical question. You invite geeks over and asking how much time they spend on these stuff.
Yeah, I should ask how much time you spent eating, like compared to, because I think you could give me a specific answer compared to.
There was a time that I ate because I could play after. Stop. You could eat. You could play after.
Yeah, I know. That's a legitimate compromise from your mother.
That's true.
That's
true.
You eat now, then you play, or you watch TV after.
Yeah.
And then you eat fast. Really fast.
That's true.
Faster than you can say Pokemon.
See, Pokemon makes us healthy.
Okay. Joan Esguera. Hello po. Nice topic po. Mahilig din po ako muna ng Pokemon. Ang cute-cute po kasi. Hello. Yep, that's true. I mean, a lot of people... Thanks, Ate John. A lot of people who watched or was into Pokemon started it because it's cute. It really is like a cuddly, non-existent pet.
That's true. That was what I was trying to say. That was what I meant when I said I cling to Pikachu. You found it weird and you said it after.
I know it's funny because I'm sure when you said that you're not this tall, you were not a man. Now you're this grown man who's saying I cling to Pikachu, and it's so unreasonably unhealthy.
Yeah. But I'd say it still.
Yeah, I know your poetry. I remember that you included in Kookie's album is all about geek stuff. Yeah, it's peppered everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. What's this? Nico Santiago. Bye Charizard. Why bye?
Charizard, when Charmander grew and evolved, you say.
Of course.
Yeah, he sort of became stubborn Charizard. Yeah, I think the arguable theory about that is Charmander evolved way too quickly. But training wasn't enough for the Charizard to be tamed.
Right. So that's really part of the episodes. Like it really showed his resistance to training.
Resistance to anything that Ash was commanding.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. There will be times when Charizard would come out of his Pokeball and then just get out of the way. Mind his own business. Like, yeah. I think that was one of the biggest hooks of Pokemon, of how Charizard was gonna come around.
Is he the only Pokemon, the sort of the rogue Pokemon?
Yes and no. You don't call him rogue because it doesn't like stray away. He still stays. He knows his roots. But he just I think the message that was trying to cross the viewers is that the training is important.
Right. I can feel every time every time Leandro is talking, he touches his heart like it's really from there. And
yeah.
I feel you, man. But we'll get back. We need to play some music. I'll be playing... What am I going to be playing? Okay. I will be playing Boom by Sioen and Talking Ernest by Kimya Dawson. You're still here. 60 minutes of pop fiction here in Jam 80.3. Your new music, alternative.
your life, and how you took her from behind it just to set you off. Come on now, lady, cry. Go out to sport you this again, you make your effort in vain. And how you show off your chest, you work out, but instead you need a gym for your brains. No one needs your kind, you're phony Superman, you're just a muscular can. You're hunting down an innocent plastic girl to play with in your dumb Legoland. Saying you are cool, acting like a fool. Going up and boom, lighting up the room. Saying you are cool. It's maybe because when you wake up you ought to get enough. You talk big and you lie, and how you took her from behind it just to set you off. Come on now, lady, cry. No one needs your kind, you're phony Superman, you're just a Fisher Price fool. You're living in a Pokémon vibe, collecting beauty cards. Come on now, mad show, die. Going up, boom, lighting up the room. Saying you are cool, acting like a fool. Going up, boom, lighting up the room. Saying you are cool, acting like a fool. Going up, boom, lighting up. You're breaking every rule, yeah. Going up, boom, lighting up the room. You're saying you are cool, but acting like a fool, yeah.
City's new music authority, Jam 88.3.
Should've heard what my talking Ernest said to your talking Pee-wee. He said last night that Furby it was talking to me, talking in the language of love. And then my talking Ernest said to your talking Pee-wee. He said that mannequin head should have gone with the purple eyeshadow instead. And then my talking Ernest said to your talking Pee-wee. He said, I don't mind them Pokemon just as long as they leave me alone. And then talking Ernest said to talking Pee-wee. He said them garbage pail kids should have got a lot more credit for the wacky things they did. And then talking Ernest said talking Pee-wee. He said Muhammad Ali Barbie really floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. But talking Ernest, he was just making small talk. There was something bigger on his mind. Gee, I'm glad it's raining. The gentle rhythm heals the hurt inside. I'm really glad it's raining. The wounded warrior needs a place to hide. Everyone needs someone they can count on till the end. What they needed was a hero. All I wanted was a friend. All I wanted was a friend. And then, talking Ernest, he said to talking Pee-wee, hey man, it's over, he said, have you heard the news? Jim Varney's dead, he's dead. He's dead, he's dead. And then, talking Pee-wee, he said to talking Ernest, but my friend, he's not gone. I pull the string on your back, and he lives on and on. On and on. On and on. And then, talking Pee-wee, he turned to Muhammad Ali Barbie. He said, I'm glad I'm not talking Ernest, 'cause that is a hell of a legacy. That is a hell of a legacy. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Parating na ang Red Horse. Stinka. Ganito kalakas, kasarap ang Red Horse beer. Lakas! Lakas ng tama. Sarap! Pero di wasak.
Red Horse Extra Strong, the #1 beer in Augustinas.
Drink responsibly.
Red Horse Beer, 500 ml, 39 pesos SRP. Lakas! Red Horse Beer Litro, 78 pesos SRP. Yon ang tama! Drink responsibly.
Locals Only, featuring the best new local independent music from all over the regions, from all over the country. Locals Only. Call it snobbish, but we're keeping it fresh, baby. Filter the foreign to give you 60 minutes of all pure local music. Locals Only, 6 p.m. Mondays through Thursdays with Lambert Cruz. Locals Only, now on Jam 88.3. Send your tracks to localsonlyph@gmail.com.
Hey, play for me, punk. feel the violence down. Put you the more to your butt. Just look into yourself. You look at time as fool. You better play for the cause I will start your cruise. Squirtle is pissed off too. Don't you have stuff to do? How old are you, fantastic boy? You're not even better than you. You know. Don't try to run. Don't make me burn your mother's house, because that never is my favorite song. Look into my eyes, I'm just scared. Don't you mess with the yellow panther.
And that was a Pikachu metal song by Augustinas Grigas.
Yeah.
And Leandro was telling me, Marty, you just ruined my childhood. I didn't, man.
Because he told me it was Pikachu complaining.
Yeah, it
about
was
the
that was the premise that he's complaining about Pokemon Go.
Like, I don't mind Pikachu.
In the first place,
Singing
in the
metal.
first season one, episode 1, he was an irritable Pokemon. Anyway.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. So, guys, while Leandro is trying to reconcile my song with his childhood, we need Pokemon is in a shorter term for pocket monsters. Yes?
Yes, they are.
And they were I think in Japan it started in 1997.
1997,
That was
yes.
I think, and for the first generation I think it's 2 seasons
Yeah.
from the TV series, because I think season 3 is generation
2.
yeah, already. So, since we're only talking about first generation, as Leandro smoothly, subtly said, this is all I can do, man. Anything else? I'm sorry, but I feel my age.
Nikki, don't negate the smooth by saying it's smooth. It's not smooth if you say it's smooth.
I'm just kidding. So, first generation is season 1 and 2. And apparently, we had to stop reading the greetings. And apparently I do have messages everywhere from Cookie's phone to here. Mark of Bukawi, Bulacan. Entertaining din ang cat-like na Pokemon ng Team Rocket na nagsasalita, which is
Meowth.
yes, I don't like him, unfortunately, because he's such a bad Pokemon. Actually, he's the only Pokemon that doesn't have, like, he has his own, like, he is the same level as James and
Jesse.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's not like someone you really throw into the competition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like walking and talking on his own, really.
That's true.
And he's a bad influence for me.
He's a good flavor in Pokemon.
Oh well,
'cause
if you're after like the pros and cons, I mean rather in the storyline, yes, he is.
that's true, because Meowth could understand other Pokemon. And
Exactly.
he can translate what the other Pokemon are saying.
Exactly. That is true.
Because
But
other Pokemon could just say their names, and that's about
yeah, that's it. Pick up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we understood them.
You did.
Yeah.
It's like in a known language, like Pika Pika, and then Squirtle Squirtle, and everything else. Like it's just this thing. There's something about it's like saying I am Groot all over and over again. And there's
you
a way
hear
of
Pikachu saying Pika Pika, and you just know that Pikachu is hungry or Pikachu is sleepy.
there's something about it. It's in the intonation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the intonation. It's the Pika Pika and the sad face. Oh,
See?
that I
Somebody
missed.
said you should do impressions,
No,
and I
I-
led you to it.
No, I
You
shouldn't.
You said Pika Pika.
Yeah, Pika Pika.
Deng asked, did you collect Pokemon cards?
I think I didn't.
You did not?
Because they're expensive.
They are.
Unless we're talking about the cheap, the one in the Sari store or the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have the legitimate cards and we have the cheap cards.
Yeah.
Like, if you just want it, like, it works. If you just want to collect because you just want for the sake of collecting, that is fair.
That's
Because
true.
you just want it. You just want the pictures. You want, like, it's
The
like having
game.
Pog. It's like having Pog. It doesn't have to be like you have to get the expensive ones. You could get the cheap ones.
That's true, but it's a game though.
It is a game.
Yeah, it's a trading card game. And you can't play regulation games unless you have the
Of
original
course.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aside from the Sari store cards being like inaccurate, it's also bad for the actual cards.
Of course it is because you're after of course it's merchandise. Second, there's a story behind all those trading cards. Like,
That's true.
It's
Yeah.
like playing any board game. So
Yeah.
for you to be able to catch up with the storyline of the whole game, you need to get the legitimate the trading cards rather than just like side street cards.
That's true. And
There are points there too, like everything, like from the points and
They are, yeah,
how
yeah.
and how you could swap your cards, how
That's
you
true.
could win another person's card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like any typical trading card, except that it's if you're into Pokemon, this really like pumps your blood. Like I can.
that's true. Yeah. To see the photos and the may mga hologram pa yan eh.
Yeah. Ang mahal. That's
Hologram.
expensive.
Very expensive.
Very.
I did collect a few in my time. Yeah. Even the Yeah, I did. Sorry.
Before, don't say in your time. You're the one who's you're squealing your own age, man.
I know.
Okay.
I should not.
Apparently, a lot of the people
Trap.
commenting on the Facebook Live are on the hashtag oldie but gold. So apparently, that's our hashtag for tonight.
Oldie but Goldie.
Oldie but Goldie. So
Yeah.
so that's our hashtag for tonight. Oldie but Goldie. So Pat Austria said before Pokemon Go was released, you already said that, sorry.
Yeah.
Ako rin nag-collect ng cards. Raj Eldrin Cabral. Really? Wow.
Yeah, a lot of people collect cards.
At the time rin naman walang phones, so that's really the next thing you're gonna do.
Yeah, because it shows a lot in your personality kung ano yung cards na what you have.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, almost every collector has a Pikachu.
Almost. And fortunately for me, for Pokemon Go, I never got a Pikachu. Ever.
Yeah, because a Pikachu card in the day, on the time that it was released, was quite rare.
It is. Because since basically it's the main character,
Yeah.
it makes people buy more because since
That's true.
you know that it's a major character, you want that. So toy makers make it less for
Yeah.
the supply and demand thing.
It's a
Mass
trap.
rule. Yeah, no, I won't
It's
go
a
there.
trap we jump into.
And you willingly took it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
stay
know.
forever.
You stayed forever. And you didn't complain.
I thought.
Yeah, you did not.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's this? Mina Richie Bunsoy, emotional attachment. Yes, and they're cute.
Yeah, I
Tur.
think she's talking about the first 151.
Yeah, they are.
They are.
Really,
cuter.
they're yeah.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah, he's cute until he becomes big. Just kidding. Okay, so let me go back. So Pocket Monsters ran in Japan, I think from 97 to 2002, and then in the US, so basically that's where Cartoon Network comes in.
Yeah.
That's from 98 to 2003. So just so for those who don't know what Pokemon is, because let's just assume that there are a lot of listeners who don't know or never really paid attention to Pokemon. So what is Pokemon? What is the premise of Pokemon?
Pokemon is, like you said, pocket monsters. It's the concept of having a Pokeball. Where these pocket monsters could be stored in Pokeballs, and you could carry a bunch of them in your pockets.
Right.
If I remember properly, you could attach Pokeballs on your belt.
Right.
Okay, and you can have 10 of them at a time. And the Pokemon you don't you don't need, or you don't want journeying with you at that moment, you could transfer it in a Poke Computer
Right.
to Professor Oak. Well, Ash could. I wish I could, but Ash could. And Pokeballs play a big part in Pokemon because
Right.
when they're being healed, so Nurse Joy takes the Pokeballs and places them in a special machine that heals everything.
Okay, don't get emotional.
Yeah.
All right, go back.
Okay.
It's
And-
really like he's feeling it, like, you know. Yeah, I know.
because they get hurt.
But they need to know the story more than the emotional attachment that you have.
Yeah. I know. I'm aware. And then these monsters are like the animals of that fictional world.
Okay.
Like you don't see
Other
you don't see elephants
or dogs or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, because
So they're the pets.
they are. Because if you go back to their basic types, if you may, Pikachu is a mouse Pokemon.
Okay.
Squirtle is obviously a turtle
Yeah.
Pokemon. And they go back to those basics, and this is like the natural wild connecting with the human world of their world.
All right, right.
So the concept of having wild Pokemon appear everywhere and
Right.
you taming them and you catching them, if like they you capture them in your Pokeball, they become yours, and you get to train them after that. So it's like when Ash said the key line in the theme, "You teach me and I teach you." I think that touched a lot of hearts in that opening theme, because it was like us and them not knowing squat about Pokemon. Why are you laughing?
Because you're going emotional.
It's Pokemon. I'm not crying. You are.
Now you're putting the blame on me. Go back.
It's that. It's basically that. That's why it's called Pocket Monsters. And
All right.
They're the monsters.
So how do you train or the Pokemon's trained? Because basically, this is not your typical, like, you train a dog, obviously. So
Yeah.
How does it go?
In the series, it was portrayed that each trainer
Right.
had a different way of training their Pokemon.
Right.
And it was showcased in the gym leaders.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was a given night. Like, other trainers train their Pokemon differently.
Right. Right.
Like, that's
So
what the
basically,
freedom-
just like pets, they exhibit their trainers' habits and attitude.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, going back, you said that Meowth is evil because he was trained by evil people.
I didn't say that. You just implied.
You implied it and you made me say it. That's what we do.
I did not. You're being emotional. Because James and what's the name of the girl? Jessie are. I guess they are I guess they have this bad. Like, they have the persona of, like, they're anti. Obviously, they wanted to steal
And they wanted to steal
Pikachu. Yeah.
Yeah, because Pikachu.
Yeah, because
I would want
Pikachu.
to steal
Because
Pikachu
at the
too.
time, Pikachu is the only Pokemon that's different. You had the
Yeah.
usual 3, right? And then you had the others in the wild.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know
No.
that that Pikachu wasn't supposed to be the main Pokemon?
Oh, okay.
I think
didn't-
it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be Clefairy.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
he's so cute.
That's true, but
Clefairy is so cute.
I mean, respect to Clefairy. But
She's not here.
Clefairy's no Pikachu.
Right.
Could you
Because
imagine how that could have
It's
gone?
a bit anticlimactic, I suppose.
Right?
Like anticlimactic. Yeah, I said it right. Okay. Because the thing is, Pikachu has this power of most of the stories, at least with Ash and Pikachu, move because of his powers.
That's true. And diba, Pokemon evolve.
Right.
Pikachu doesn't want to evolve.
Yeah, I think there was an episode it almost did, like,
It almost happened.
but it got scary.
yeah. Like, everybody was like,
No.
what's gonna happen?
Maybe
Half of the people were wanting to see Raichu, but half wanted to see Pikachu remain.
Yeah.
Because we already saw Charmander turn into a different personality.
right,
And
because
I
of
know.
but because of the bad train, or rather abrupt training
abrupt evolution.
evolution
Yeah,
rather
yeah, yeah.
sorry.
So like people were scared that we might lose Pikachu in evolution.
Yeah, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, and it became a thing ever since then. Now, when you play games in Pokemon, you could stop them from evolving.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because some people, unlike some people, like have emotional attachments even in the game version of Pokemon.
I can feel you, man.
And they don't want to evolve their Pokemon.
Okay, we should go back to reading.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to continue reading the greetings because apparently there are a lot who are very emotionally attached
Yes.
like you.
Thank you so much, Neil, Mark Enriquez, for listening. Thanks, Neil. Nico Santiago is still very emotional. See, a lot of people are getting
What's
emotional
this?
about it.
Anika Ramos Mayo said hi to Job Mayo, who is enjoying all the Pokemon talk. Ha ha ha. Hello, thank you so much for
yeah. Job Mayo.
Keith the door. Tuned in while in traffic. Hello, guys. Hi,
Yes.
Keith. I hope that you already have the traffic has eased. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah,
Try to resist the urge of playing Pokemon Go in traffic. It's not safe. Berlin's Serrano, always tuned in.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I need to read this. Joan Esguerra. Elementary. Okay, the phone died. Elementary pa po ako. Pinapanood ko na po ang Pokemon until now po. Wow, buti ka pa. Hanggang mauso po ang Pokemon sa mobile games. Dami ko na pong napanood na episode ng Pokemon tulad ng Pokemon XY at saka Pokemon Black and White. Yun lang po ang huli episode na napanood ko sa TV. I don't even know those. Do you know those?
I do.
I don't.
I can't watch them.
Wow, you're getting emotional again.
I'm so in envy right now. I wish
Thank
I
you
could.
so much.
Nakakaiyak din yung Bye Bye Butterfree, says Raj. Yeah, Bye Bye Butterfree was the episode that Butterfree had to go. And the other Butterfree was like rejecting Butterfree. But yeah, it was a rescue op.
What's this? Apparently Nico and Carla are conversing. That is so funny. Our generation was empathetic because of Pokemon. The feels. Nina Richie Bunsoy.
Yeah.
Mahirap na gym leader si Sabrina. Raj Eldrin Cabral.
Sabrina, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Sabrina is, I think, whoa. I'm questioning my fandom right now. Sabrina. Yeah, Sabrina is one of the gym leaders that got very challenging.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi, like I said nga, gym leaders have their specific gym
Is that for
set
training?
up. Yeah, set up for them. Kasi if you beat a gym leader, you get a gym badge, and you need badges to get into the league.
Yes.
So that's what Ash is doing.
Yeah.
She's collecting badges. So journeying from one
Gym.
city to another.
Gym. Sorry. From
Yeah.
one gym to another.
Yeah.
And that's legitimate. Like, it's supposed to be. Like, you can get out of your town and go to another gym, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine, if we could do that. Misty and Brock were gym leaders too. They before they went with Ash, they led gyms.
Right. Yeah, that's also part of season 1, guys. So you could watch it. Okay, I would like to greet Cookie's mom, Carmen Awingan. Hello po. And
Hello.
then Tasha Medita. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know, I don't think you watched Pokemon before, but thank you so much for tuning. I know you're into spoken word, but thank you for watching because of Pokemon, because Pokemon is making people young, and that is
true.
yeah. Look at Leandro.
Look at me. You know what? Speaking of spoken word in Pokemon, shout out to my good friend Serge Gabriel of Words Anonymous. Serge Gabriel is a good friend that wrote an entire piece about Pokemon.
Wow. Interesting, because the thing is, you think that's the thing about animation and TV series. People think that it's just for entertainment, but sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, it affects or impacts the viewers or the audience depending on what the message is. And so
That's true.
That's the reason why it should be imperative for parents to watch their children watching different TV shows, because the thing is, if let's say Pokemon will inadvertently, let's just say, have a bad message altogether. That's what kids will get. That's what we could have gotten
That's
back
true.
then. So it's a good thing. Pokemon has a lot of it may sound like it's nothing much, but it's really an interesting message about teamwork, about like I could say that you have to be patient and
Yeah.
persistent, persevering, yeah. And the thing is, you also have to, like, if you fall and you fail, that's okay. Do it one more time and another.
Exactly.
And you also have your other competitors, which is the other trainees.
Yeah.
Yeah, and trainers who are rooting for their respective trainees. Sorry.
That's true. And even when Ash was the main character, you never saw Ash as the strongest character.
Yeah, he's not. He's actually one of the since he's the youngest at the time when the TV series started. He's the not youngest, but he's really young and doesn't know much.
Yeah.
He's really, you see the struggle of the trainee. So there's really no false like superhero and
That's true. You see his loss.
yeah.
And you see his vulnerabilities, you see his failures, and you see him getting back up with
Mm-hmm, that's
his
true.
Pokemon.
That is true. Okay. Sorry. Talk about the mass seizures caused by that one episode in Japan. Haha.
About what now?
I'm sorry. There, I did. Nico Santiago. Talk about the mass seizures caused by that one episode in Japan. Haha.
That one episode.
Yo, that
in Japan?
Porygon episode. I don't know that. You know
know-
this episode?
The Porygon episode.
This is giving me a headache because the thing
Yeah.
is, I don't know all the episodes.
That's true.
Again, guys, so while Leandro is trying to remember all of those episodes you're trying to make
Say
him
hi to
remember.
people.
Yeah, he will say hi to people. And again, we're on Facebook Live. Just tune in to be what the hell? Sorry, Jam 88.3. Damn. My show 6 minutes of pop fiction. Kooky, this is your fault. And look for Marty Tengco. We're on I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Leandro is LR Bashang
Yeah.
on Instagram
On everything.
and everything.
Yeah.
And he also has another public Facebook page, which is Collaboratory
Collaboratory PH.
PH,
That's my
which you can
only one.
find also online. So you could message us and pass us more about Pokemon. We're also have a text line, 0915-349-0883. I have to play some music. I'm sorry, guys, again, if we miss your messages or comments, just keep commenting. Leandro is here.
Yep.
You pester him. Okay,
got you.
so are you going to be your very best?
Like no one ever was.
All right. I'll be playing Hunter featuring Vaila by Oaks Parcel and what's this? Gyarados, again, also by Oaks Parcel. You're still here, 6 minutes of pop fiction on Jam 80.3, your new music alternative.
So long you've been this way.
The city's new music authority, Jam 88.3. Your new music authority, Jam 88.3.
Anak, anong gusto mong baon? For Monday, Nikki and Minnie Mouse. Tuesday, si Belle. Wednesday, Vroom, Lightning McQueen. Thursday and Friday, Elsa, Anna, and Snow White. Saturday, Nemo and Dory.
Collect all 6 designs of Absolute Distilled Drinking Water 250 ml bottle. Now in designs of your favorite Disney characters. Disney's Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Belle and Snow White, Frozen's Elsa and Anna, Disney Pixar's Cars Lightning McQueen, Nemo and Dory. Available in all of your leading supermarkets. Drinking water has never been this magical. Absolute Distilled Drinking Water. Pure water, pure love.
Absolute Pure Distilled Drinking Water. The #1 distilled water brand in the Philippines. In groceries, convenience stores, and drugstores.
Rachel Herodias invites you to revel in the classics of Philippine song in Madly Filipiniana. On October 14 and 21, 7 p.m. at the Globe Auditorium, Maybach Performing Arts Theater, BGC. Presented by BGC Art Center, Department of Tourism, and Tiger 22 Media. With guest artists Yongin Park, Raul Sunico, Kalilayan Folkloric Dance Crew, Takoro ng Unida, and Jet Pangan. Madly Filipiniana.
Hey, user.
Hey, Sirit.
What is experience economy?
Oh, it's the current digital-led trend where the experience is as valuable as the product itself.
Thanks, smart person.
You're welcome, smartphone. Let's all experience extraordinary at Digicon 2018, presented by the Internet and Mobile Marketing Association of the Philippines. Catch Bozolman St. John of Endeavor, Asher Rapkin of Facebook, and more world-class digital thought leaders.
Last week to register. Sign up now at imap.com.ph.
Unearthing nothing but the best music with its pre-discovery.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelt.
We're sending everything new and everything fresh your way.
With Sat Bisler.
Hello, this is Sat Bisler. If your ears are itching for indie, alternative new music, listen to my show, Passport Approved, an international syndicated radio show featuring music from all around the globe.
Passport Approved.
Passport Approved. Saturdays, 8 a.m. on your new music alternative, Jam 88.3. The rock and roll machine with Cousin Hoagie says it all with music. From high energy blues rock to roots, raw and slow. Taking the experience to where jazz and soul mix it up. The Rock and Roll Machine. Every Saturday from 9 to midnight on Jam 88.3 and worldwide in your time zone over TuneIn.com, Mixler.com, and follow the beat on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make the Rock and Roll Machine your weekend habit. The Rock and Roll Machine with Cousin Hoagie. Every Saturday from 9 to midnight on Jam 88.3.
That's rock and roll habit.
I even forgot to turn on my mic. And that was Final Battle by Oaks Parcel. Hi everyone, you're still here. 60 minutes of pop fiction and Jam 8.3. Marty here, and I have
Leandro.
Hello guys, we're talking about Pokemon, and we're talking about like who's your favorite Pokemon or the favorite episode, or I guess what you didn't like, I suppose. Just message us 0915-349-0883. We're on Facebook Live. Just place your comments in the comment section. Everybody's already talking there. Please join us. We're also, or I am, on social media. Of course, Jam is Twitter, Instagram. Just look for us, Jam 8.3. I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Look for Marty, Tengco, TNGCO. Leandro is also on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. LR Bashan. Yes. And Collaboratory PH. Just message them. I'm sure they'll be surprised that you're talking about Pokemon and their spoken word group. But I think they'll take it because they know Leandro is a weird geek. Yes.
And I take pride in it.
Yes, he takes pride in it.
Pokemon
Totally.
forever.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I forgot to read an SMS. Bye bye Butterfree, saddest episode by a number ending in 1320. Yep. Apparently that's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah,
yes,
Butterfree.
indeed. And there are so many other comments.
Yeah. Meg is tuned in. Maria Cristina Campores. That's
Hi
my mom.
guys,
Hi,
thank
mom.
you so much. Thank you po, Tita, for tuning in.
Teresa Mendoza is tuned in also. Thanks. Mateo Suratos. Nagutom ako sa Pika Pika.
I know, but it's different though. When I say Pika Pika, that's different. So yeah it's that's different from Pikachu though.
Raj says,
Can you eat Pikachu? No, you don't.
No,
No,
why?
exactly. Why did you feel hungry? Okay, go ahead.
Pikachu? Oldie but Goldie.
Yeah,
It's
that's our
coming.
it's our current hashtag is oldie but goldie and then oldie but goldine.
Oldie but Goldine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart. I see what you did there, Justin. Meron ding free Pokemon stickers dati sa Chips and Nips.
I remember the chips not but I think there
Yeah.
was because at the time Nips was like when there's some fandom or whatever, it suddenly releases things.
That's true.
Yeah. Even
And fandom in Pokemon is everywhere.
it was everywhere. If you saw it in the
National
street.
Bookstore.
Yeah.
Wherever.
Wherever, that is true. Did you see this? Raj Eldrin Cabral, Mewtwo also spoke human language. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I just don't like. Yeah, sorry.
Mewtwo.
Sorry.
Mewtwo is so strong.
But is a necessary component for this story. That I will
Yeah.
respect that. Don't
Yeah.
worry, guys. I'm not saying he should be removed. No, you need Mewtwo for the story. So
yeah,
please
yeah.
don't
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo. Don't
Yeah.
don't quote me there. He's necessary, definitely. Okay.
Yeah. Generation was empathetic because of Pokemon.
Yeah, we did read that. Carla
Yeah.
said to protect the world from devastation. Yeah, yeah, Pokemon, yeah. John Esguerra, yung pong pinaka-favorite ko pong part sa Pokemon, yung pong palaging palpak ang plano ng Team Rocket. Tapos sila pasabog ng mga Pokemon ang kanilang hot air balloons. At saka lilipad sila sa area habang sumisigaw ng palpak na naman ng Team Rocket. You know what? For the very few episodes I've watched Pokemon, and I keep seeing that, and it's the funniest. Like it's like a slapstick of sorts.
Yeah, it's they say Team Rocket blasting off again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because even if you say ha, but it's really like to make the episode lighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sort of look for them every once in a while.
You definitely do. All right. So while we were off air, Kooky actually asked us to look for the episode that Nico mentioned in the comment section. The
Porygon episode.
Yeah.
It was because of thunder the
effects.
visualization
Yeah.
of Thundershock, and the frames per second was
Too strong.
Yeah, too high. That
So I'm
actually
assuming this has
caused
to do
seizures.
with I'm not really into the very nitty gritty aspect of filmmaking, but yeah. So I'm assuming that's what caused it. So
Yeah.
according to
overstimulation.
how many went to the hospital? How many?
600 plus.
680. Yeah, 600 something went.
38.
Number of people went to the hospital. There were several others who had a 2-week stay more in the
Yeah.
hospital due to
Seizures.
That's crazy. Okay, Melbert Libramonte. Nag-monitor lang ako at nakikinig na radyo. Nang narinig ko to na po yung interest ko. Tanda na Pokemon fan pa din. Of
Yes,
course. I mean,
always.
always. I guess even if I talk like this, I'm guilty. I played Pokemon Go. I watched Pokemon. I'm even familiar with some of the characters that Leandro has mentioned to me off air. So yeah, I mean, yeah. And the fact that people still love talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you strike a conversation with a person, it's always who's your favorite Pokemon.
Yeah, that is.
What's your favorite episode?
And the
Remember
powers
that?
and whatever and who you beat. And if you played Pokemon Go, so you would actually, it's like feeling the TV series. That's what it is.
Yeah.
The difference is though, it's not like you throw your Pokeball. Don't try to throw your phone, guys. I mean, that is not legitimate. That's not even real.
Yeah.
But it's, they tried to make you feel what the TV series, what Ash is feeling of traveling, of walking from one gym
Yeah.
to another. That's basically what the TV series is.
Yeah, I think what it was incorporating more is the first Game Boy
Yes.
game.
Yeah.
Where you travel around town and
Mhm.
like when you go through the grass and a wild Pokemon appears.
Yes.
I think that was where you were the actual person walking around
Right,
town and
yes.
seeing Pokemon in the world.
And it makes it all the more real, because if you do the other the kind of screen in Pokemon Go where it's real, like whatever your surrounding is, although it really consumes much of your RAM in your phone,
Yeah.
but many players do that for the feel of
Realism.
yeah,
Yeah.
of realism, even like running and squatting. And I mean, I've seen really weird players, and yeah, they want to feel what
Yeah.
Ash is feeling of competing and all that. Okay, now what I know, guys, that you have a lot of comments, but I also have a lot of questions for Leandro. So let me ask these questions. Okay,
Sure, go ahead.
what is the purpose of having Pokemons compete against each other? Because to be fair, okay, if I were a spectator who doesn't know anything about Pokemon, why is it you make them fight? What's the purpose?
It's well, there are two major purpose of Pokemon battles.
Right.
Well, three. One is the most basic, wherein you battle wild Pokemon and try to weaken them, and where you try to catch them and eventually tame and train them.
Right.
That was adopted by the Game Boy games
All right.
and all the other games.
Mhm.
Second is battling in a gym.
Right.
Where you need to attain the badge.
Right.
Third is the tournaments.
Right.
Where you become the Pokemaster of that league.
Mhm.
And that, where before you get there, you have to attain a specific number of badges first. So that was what Pokemon was. Pokemon battling was for. But aside from battling, a lot of in the aspects of the Pokemon world,
right,
there were Pokemon contributing to the livelihood of the humans in the world.
Right.
Like electrodes were supplying electricity, and like there were times when water supply was being supplied by some of the Pokemon because of drought and things like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like they're battling, allowing Pokemon to battle each other to the death.
Yeah, that's
It's
like sounds like sabong or something. That's really
it's
sad.
not.
No.
After the battle, Nurse Joy conveniently is around town to heal.
That is so weird. Exactly. Like, oh, she's there. You know what I mean? Like, wow, very like she's. Yeah,
Yes.
she suddenly apparates or something. Yeah.
Nurse Joy is a hero.
Okay,
So
so apparently, Pokemons, as Leandro has mentioned earlier, are treated like pets. So they are, treated by not just by Nurse Joy. Apparently, there's Ash and all that, and who's that? There's a Cliff Fairy that's a nurse also. Cliff Fairy? No.
That's Chansey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember how
Nurse
she
Joyce,
says. Yeah, I remember how she says her name. It's so cute. My goodness, and like when they Chansey. That's creepy.
See?
Yeah.
Carla, we're making
This
Marty do the
that is
impressions,
so
huh?
weird.
Slowly
I
by
know.
slowly.
I'm
The plan
creeping
is
myself
working.
out to the highest level. Okay, guys, don't make me say.
JC Nuevax, thank you for listening.
Yes, thank you so much. Well,
Deborah. Nice
oh,
name,
thank you so
bud.
much. Thank you for listening, Deborah.
Melbert, if you like a Pokemon, don't evolve. If you don't like a Pokemon to evolve,
Use Everstone and they stop. Yeah, that's what you were mentioning earlier. That the stone is what you should. Oh, sorry.
There are different kinds of stones in Pokemon, and there are other stones where you use them to evolve Pokemon, but the Everstone does the opposite, wherein they don't evolve ever.
Right. So that's with the case of Pikachu, some other Pokemon.
Yeah, if you don't want them to evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, guys, thank you so much for placing your comments. If I can't read, I'm sorry. It's just that it's so fast. Apparently, I didn't know there's so many fans of the Pokemon fandom, whether first generation or whatever generation. The thing is, Pokemon is a huge fandom.
Yeah. It is. Nico said Butterfree needed to reproduce kasi. See?
Oh, okay.
Science.
What? Did you just say that? Did you just say science? Just to... it's just like explicitly like he needs, that's it. That's his explanation. No logic there. No Pokemon logic there. Just, to reproduce. Very, like you switch to real world and say science.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
'Cause,
go.
You know, Melbert asked Thor Jed to tune in. I hope you're listening
All
already,
right, so
guys.
I think he's saying hi to Thor Cruz, Jed Hydro, Di Baroga, Usapang Pokemon, labas na true fans, haha.
Yes, hello.
Yes, please, guys. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, thank you for the constant people who are messaging on our comment section. We love you guys. It's just that it's too fast, so if I miss and Leandro and Mrs. Sorry, but yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Yogi Yambao, I like the episode where they showed the backstory of Meowth and how he gained the ability to speak human. Oh, is there?
Yeah. There's a special Meowth episode.
I did watch it. Okay, what happened? did you see this?
I did. But you know, Marty, if we go through all the episodes of Pokemon,
Yeah, I know.
it's gonna be crazy. Brent says he saw the first and second gen
it'll
only, but it'll always have a special place.
You know what, Leandro? This is
lost
your
blood.
fault. Now people are so emotional about Pokemon. But you know what, guys? I'm not teasing Leandro just for the hell of it. It's really actually sweet to see that it's okay to have a fandom. You know, it's because just because you're adult doesn't mean to say you stop having fandoms. You actually should stick to your fandoms because it helps you go through. Let's say you have to go to work, but fandoms make you breath of fresh air, and you know.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, just don't compensate and just stick to fandoms and not do
Study.
hashtag adulting or hashtag studying or whatever. No, you have to balance. Guys.
Yeah.
Look at him. He studied. He finished school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me. I turned out pretty well, I think.
We have to ask your mom though.
Ask my mom. Go call my mom.
Because of FPS of
Paragon.
Paragon
That was the
seizure.
seizures
Right.
episode. The Japan seizures we were talking about. They actually had to lower the brightness of all the other animes because of this incident.
Yeah, because apparently at the time, since our TVs then were not as well, imagine if it was very, very much high definition, like the high definition we have now, and that kind of episode.
Yeah.
How many?
Surround sound.
It's imagine how many more will be hospitalized.
And now with VR.
Oh no! Yeah, crazy. All right, Justin, Angelo, Santos, and the other. What's
Pokemon the movie, the one where Mew and Mewtwo battled with the original and cloned Pokemons. One of the most emotional scenes
Have you seen this?
ever. The movies.
I did watch movies. Did you see this scene?
I saw series.
Okay.
Marty, let's stick to the 100.
All right, but apparently that's emotional.
But I know the scene. I know. I think I saw the movie too.
Mm-hmm.
Not as I don't remember it as much as the series, but it's there.
Apparently, it's emotional for him. Yeah, so I understand.
The clones were there. Yeah. Melbert, there's more about how how about the Lavender Town mystery.
What is that? Guys, this is not creepypasta, huh? Because we're not going there. This is not horror. I mean, you could see that we have Halloween decor, but we're not going there. If that's creepypasta, we're not. I don't want to scare myself, people. So, no.
I think
you know this?
A lot of things were like we had a lot of firsts when Pokemon aired in Japan. This was a major issue in with the seizures was very, very, very big. And I think Melbert, if you could tell us more about Lavender Town.
Because if I don't know, I think he missed it. So yeah.
Lavender syndrome. I think that was a thing.
Okay.
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know it is a thing.
All right. Mel, please do a message.
Man.
Yeah. What's that?
Brent says, Marty, stop making fun of him.
He's a passionate
person.
I can because he's my friend.
That's true.
I can make fun of him and he'll just say, Marty, stop it. It's real. And then he'll just point to his heart and I'll just laugh and he'll just take it because he's my friend. No, I'm just kidding. No, this is not like I'm taunting him. I'm just teasing him. Even even Pat earlier was laughing. So it's legitimate. I can make fun of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
it's fun that way.
Nico Santiago, Pokemon and metal are such a weird combo. But thank you so much, Carlo, for saying metal mixes with everything, bro. It does. It mixes with everything. It's like butter with everything for me. I like butter with everything.
Butter with everything?
Yeah, butter with everything.
Okay, let's not go there. talk about that offline, Marty.
Okay. Okay. What's this?
This is the one that made people sick. Yeah, the
Yeah,
lavender.
this is the one. Yeah. Oh, are we still talking about the lavender, or are we still talking about the what's this? The what's it?
I actually want to learn more about it. I'll read about
Paragon?
Porygon.
Porygon, right.
Porygon, yeah.
Okay. All right, Nico Santiago. But yeah, there was an episode aired in Japan where the flashing lights of the Porygon episodes cost massive. Okay, that's what we were talking about earlier. All right.
Hundreds of children, yeah.
Yeah. But at least it's just seizures. Imagine if someone died. It's a good thing though that it was more it was like they still found a way to at least not cause it to have a more massive effect. I mean, 600, I know it's a lot. Okay, don't get me wrong. But at least they stopped it. The moment, I guess, they aired it, they stopped it. And they have never aired that episode. If I'm yeah, right. Okay. Avid fan ako ng Pokemon. Nilaro ko ng mula Gen 1 to Wow, Gen 7. Even competitive battle and breed. Wow.
Kudos to you, brother. I would
Melbert.
love
Wow,
to meet
man. How did you
And
find
give you
that
a
time
massive
between
high
adulting?
five.
Yeah, how did you find time between adulting and playing? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Carlo, you know...
Yeah, this is symbol of stubborn hard work and perseverance. You splash enough times, you'll eventually learn to hyper beam because of...
Okay, Leandro. Come on, dance. Come on, Leandro. You can do this.
Magikarp.
Magikarp yeah.
essentially does nothing in games and in Pokemon. See? That's a passage right there.
All right, okay.
Carlo Wisdom.
Okay, all right. What's this? Emmy, Taiza, Trisha Mendoza, and thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Listening.
Yes, thank you.
Chadriano, Nina is still on. It's still on.
Nico Santiago, thank you so much.
Yeah.
What's this? That's why Gyarados have a Moxie hidden ability. You know this?
Hidden ability, determination.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hidden abilities, like Pokemon kasi, like they have abilities, like, you know, Pikachu has Thunder Shock.
Right, he does.
You know? But not all the Pokemon learn their moves. They have to train for it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which eventually got adopted in the latter games wherein they have items where they can teach these Pokemon these moves.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it's almost safe to say that not all Pikachu learn Thunder Shock right away.
Yeah, right. Because
like,
basically, it's like it first and foremost, it should be your element.
Yeah, it's in their nature, but it's not automatic. Per
right.
se.
You have to retrain them. So just like pets, I mean, the only difference is it's like your pet has superpowers.
Yeah, that's
and your
true.
pet can fit in your pocket. And you can put them... It's so weird, though, to put your pet in a computer. Right? Look at the logic there.
But imagine if you could have 150 pets.
Yeah. And you put them in a computer.
Yeah. And if you want to pet them...
Hashtag animal rights. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
They're happy in their Pokeballs.
Yeah, exactly. So, guys, I'm pulling your legs. Apparently, this is a different... It's not real world. Let me just remind myself. And yeah, you can put them... No one is hurt. Yeah.
Trisha Mendoza says weird geeks are the best.
Yes, I know that. Okay. What's this, Melbourne? Nagmo-monitor lang ako at okay. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm really Joannes Guerra. Enjoy po ako sa topic nyo. Very interested po at may halong throwback po. I know, that is the thing. The throwback there is real. Like, yeah. Because whatever Pokemon you know now is basically that's generation, is it 7 now?
It's 7.
7.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Generation
know up to
7.
3. But I know
I only know
one.
1.
Yeah, I know 1.
I know 1. That's season 1 and 2.
1 and 2, yeah.
How many seasons is Pokemon now? Like, I'm not...
I think that's 11.
Yeah, it's really a lot. Like, yeah, I'm not able to catch anymore. Okay, I think there are... Okay, no, I don't know how many seasons there are. There are more than 5 seasons, so I'm sure... Yeah. So again, guys, if you want to know about the Pokemon, or at least the beginning of Pokemon, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It all started in 97. I'm sure, I don't know if Netflix has it, but I know that there are other ways to find Pokemon. There are other websites that support other anime.
Yeah.
There anime. Actually, I remember there's this anime website that shows or uploads a lot of TV series. You might catch them. You can see them online and watch all your Pokemon episodes there. There are so
13 seasons.
13
Beautiful
seasons.
seasons of Pokemon.
Wow. Yeah. So I have a lot of
Japan.
you have a you have a lot of catching up to do.
I know.
Yeah.
I now know that I have to set my priorities and watch a lot of Pokemon.
All right. So, okay.
Carla says the purpose is to be the very best, like no one ever was.
Okay.
It's not my life motto.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Right. Pokemon Creator is my first ever Pokemon game. Do you know this Pokemon? I don't know Pokemon Creator.
Pokemon Creator? What's the
yeah, I'm not familiar.
concept?
Maybe Raj, you could message us what Pokemon Creator is. Go West, yung Young Meowth, yung episode na yun. Okay, now I'm...
yeah. The Meowth episode where they showcased Meowth.
Okay. Melbert Libramonte, nagmahal si Meowth ng female gender na Meowth. Kaso may Persian na nagmamayari, evolved Meowth. Nagtrain siya magsalita para ma-impress yung female Meowth kaso natakot. Naging creepy siya sa other Meowth. Weird episode pero yung love story ni Meowth. Apparently, Meowth has a love story.
Yeah.
I just thought they were pets.
Meowth is a wonderful Pokemon that
Evolved. Super weird evolved Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like whenever I get the chance to get a Meowth, I would not evolve my Meowth ever.
You'll not teach it to speak human language.
Yeah.
So they say Meowth, Meowth, that's it?
Imagine. Even.
I can't.
Meowth. No. Sounds like an actual cat. No. Defeats the purpose.
What's this deep fried butter free? Miss Marty's favorite dessert. Huh? I never said.
Because he said butter in everything.
I like butter, not butter free. That's cruel.
That is.
I never. Nico, don't be like that. Don't be rude. I just like butter, like the bloke of yellow that you buy in the supermarket. I'm not thinking of Pokemon. Don't go there. Okay, I think guys, it's late. I think even if I want to talk about Pokemon all night, I can't. I really have to.
Now.
I'm doing it ready now. Mm-hmm. But really, thank you so much for all your comments, your suggestions, your SMSs, your messages. We really appreciate it. We loved it. Thank you so much. Again, you could still follow us on social media. I am on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Look for Marty Tengco. Leandro is on social media. Look for LR Bashang and Collaboratory PH. Do you have anything to promote aside from your social media?
Yes, I have a book.
Mention it. Go for it.
My book is entitled Love, Smog, and All Things Warm, Mastery of My Poems Translated into Visual Art by Camcas Cervantes. Our anniversary show is upcoming. It's gonna be on November 17 at Green Sun Hotel. Gonna be a lot of new poems and new poets there. Yeah, follow me on social media. If you want to talk about Pokemon more, just message me. I'll be more than happy.
Yeah, talk about Pokemon and spoken word, and he'll be more than happy because those are his two loves. Yep.
Yeah,
and again, my show again is Thursdays 9 to 10. I know, guys. Don't look at the clock. Look at me. 9 to 10 p.m. here on 8.3. Kooky Show because Filipinas is every Tuesdays 9 to 11 p.m. Send your love over to Kooky. She's online 24/7. See, at least I'm online sometimes. Kooky's online 24/7. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Look for her, add her, message her. Send her love. She was trying to sound like that last episode of Big Cause Filipinas sound loving. And I can't still do it. I sound hungry. No. Butter. Okay, my next episode is... Actually, I don't know what my next episode is. I think it has to do with reanimated corpses. What is that?
What is it?
What is it? What do you think? I don't
Do
want
you-
it to
do you-
happen.
Do you dare go there?
No, I don't want to go there. Exactly. That's the biggest debate I've ever had with fans of this genre because I don't want it to happen. People are so into it. I don't want it. You guys, you go there.
There's actual theories about how to stop it.
I know, and there are actual theories that not theories, there are actual incidents where it's really happening. That countries are actually doing it for
Dare
world
I
dominance.
say again, Marty?
Science. Oh, shut up. Okay, again, what is my...
Sorry, last bubble. Tasha Betita was listening Tasha is bunny ears, right?
Yes.
Bunny ears is still in my head.
Again, what is my episode for next week?
It's zombie apocalypse.
Yes, guys. So if you're into the zombie apocalypse, which I'm trying. Look, when I watched Walking Dead, I almost had a breakdown. So
Walking Dead.
yeah. And it's nothing much compared to the other
There's a
movies.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, there are the humor
Endless.
ones. They're the funny ones. There are the real serious blood, gore, psychological drama, moral, psychological issues, and moral dilemmas and stuff. But we will not talk about that today. We talked about Pokemon. And so today, I'll be leaving you with a song called Team Rocket Double Trouble by Jonathan Young, featuring Nikki, Simmons. I know I don't like the Team Rocket, but they're an important essence,
Yes, they are.
important facet of Pokemon. Again, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Tune again next week, Thursdays. 60 minutes of pop fiction and Jam 8.3, your new music alternative.
This is the boss, and I'm sick of waiting. I want Pikachu, and this time, don't screw it up.
Prepare for trouble, make it double. Prepare for trouble, make it double.
We'll be the richest rogues of all time.
Creators of a grand design.
I'll be the king.
I'll be the queen.
I'll be the Joker of crime.
Make it double. Prepare for trouble.
Make it double.
From devastation.
Unite all peoples in our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse.
James. Surrender now. Prepare to fight. Team Rocket's rocking. Big Trouble's gonna follow. Team Rocket's rocking. Big Trouble's gonna follow. We're gonna catch a Pikachu.
I'm so gorgeous.
I'm always the man. You're just the players in my master plan. Team Rocket's rocking. Big Trouble's gonna follow. Team Rocket's rocking. Big Trouble's gonna follow. We're gonna catch a Pikachu.
We're always gonna try it. No one can deny it. We can cause a riot in Sunday school, and we'll have
60 minutes of pop fiction. Venture into a world of fantasy, animation, gaming, mythical language, graphic novels, robotics, and sci-fi. 60 minutes of pop fiction. Hosted by Marty Tengco. Thursdays 9 to 10 p.m. Created for radio by Kooky Tuason. Only here on your new music alternative, Jam 88.3.
Your weeknight dose of spoken word on